So I felt like last night, it was basically for the lightweights who don't really follow sports, the influencers. Bronny and LeBron are playing, and it was good for their family. That's cool. And their business partners, and that's cool. And influencers and people that don't really watch the game, it will have zero impact. It was cool. It was a moment. First father-son duo. It was great. I get it. It was a moment. It'll have zero impact on the Lakers. In fact, if J.J. Redick is forced to play Bronny, it will hurt the team. I mean, you saw Ant Edwards looked at Bronny as a liability. Let's go attack him. Bronny is small. He's 6'1", and he's not a point guard. He's a 6'1" off guard. He would not be a dominant G League player. He would be a G League player. And I get it. I live in Los Angeles. Red carpet, Hollywood. I get it. I've said before, LeBron carried the league for 15 years. You're doing him a solid. The Lakers told other teams, don't draft Bronny. I get it. I had no animosity. I think it's fun. The Griffies, I'm a Seattle kid. The Griffies, the kid, dad and son play together. I get it. But if we're serious here, this is just fluff. This is for influencer types. The cameras come out. Everybody's taking pictures. I was there. That's fine. I mean, you go to a restaurant in L.A., it's 23-year-olds. I mean, taking pictures of their food. Like, I get it. But for serious basketball people, all I watched was J.J. Redick, and the thing I would be encouraged about, the Lakers' ball movement was better than it was with Darvin Ham. The spacing was better than it was with Darvin Ham. And Anthony Davis got to the free throw line 15 times. So, Anthony Davis, J.J. Redick is all in, and as an offensive coach, knows how to use him better than Darvin Ham did. That's what I watched. The other stuff felt like a soft launch for a Kardashian show. All right. But I mean, what I was watching was, oh my God, this is the most engaged. Anthony Davis is all in. LeBron's still fine. Austin Rivers has put on 10 pounds of muscle. Dalton Connect, that's fun. Could he win Rookie of the Year? But all I cared about last night, and again, maybe I'm old school. I don't want to be grumpy old guy. The Bronny thing was cool for the family. Savannah, LeBron, the kids. It's a great moment. It's amazing. Let's not let it get in the way of stuff. I'm looking at J.J. Redick. I'm looking at Anthony Davis, the rookie. I still think they could use another three-point shooter. But in the end, I understand what last night was. Right? It's the local news anchors pretending they care about sports because the team's in the Super Bowl. It's bring out the cameras and the iPhones. It's adorable. I'm happy for LeBron and his family. It's an amazing family, American success story. Bronny seems like a nice kid, but he's a 6'1" off guard. They don't exist in the NBA. I mean, 6'1" point guards. You have to be so athletic. You got to be John Morant to be a small point guard to succeed in this league. To be a small off guard, you would have to be the best three-point shooter or the best defender at 6'1" in league history. So can we just, so let's just give them their moment. It's nice. Here's Bronny, who's a good kid, works hard, seems like a joyful person, good family, and LeBron after.
Try not to focus on, everything that's going on around me, and try to focus on going in as a rookie and not try to mess up. But, I totally did feel the energy, and, I appreciate the Laker Nation for, showing us support for me and my dad.
We still had a job to do when we checked in. We wasn't trying to make it a circus. We wasn't trying to make it about us. We wanted to make it about the team. And, for us to go out there and continue to play the game, the brand of basketball that the coaching staff and our teammates wanted us to play, we kept the main thing while we was on the floor, and that was good for all of us.
Yes, it wasn't a circus. It wasn't. The Lakers won. Minnesota was a little out of sorts in the first half. Cat's gone. Julius Randle in. Dante DiVincenzo is going to be a nice fit. Minnesota's going to be fine. They have a really good coaching staff. They're good players. I think they could be as good or better than last year. They didn't get their feet under them in the first half. It's the first game. Don't make too much of Minnesota. I like their pieces. Julius Randle, dribbles too much, takes the air out of the ball, not my favorite. And in the moment was not a circus. But let's be honest, if you're going to force the Lakers to play Bronny, it will be, and it'll get in the way of what a team that may be at best a playing team. But J.J. Redick, I thought the spacing, the movement, and his use of Anthony Davis was fantastic. That's what I thought. So this is funny. Bronny James has become the most popular betting pick for Rookie of the Year. Don't tell me the economy is bad. Clearly, there's a lot of money to burn in America. The last 7 NBA Rookies of the Year, none of them have spent a day in the G League. And Bronny right now is a G League player. So the Democrats should use this during the national convention. The Bronny Index. I'm Joe Biden. I approve this message. Look how good our economy is. People are betting on Bronny to win Rookie of the Year. Flights are packed. We all got big screens, and everybody's betting on Bronny. And an inconceivable award he has no chance to win. That's a strong economy. But it also really speaks to how absolutely dreadful this draft was. The number 2 pick, Alex Sarr from France, is 1 for 21 in his last 2 games with 2 points. He's the number 2 pick. 0 for 7 on threes. He's not a prospect. He's an IKEA manual. You open up the box. Is this from Sweden? Did they send me all the parts? He's below a prospect. He's been awful. And he's the number 2 pick. And this illustrates why I defended the Lakers and LeBron James and Clutch Sports. I mean, they had some leverage, did Clutch Sports. I'd be careful about using it every time I have it. But this is no big deal. This is not worth all the grifters on the internet and bad actors losing sleep. It's a bad draft. The players drafted above him are G Leaguers. The players drafted below him are G Leaguers. And the number 2 draft pick, Alex Sarr from France, has been absolutely offensively terrible. So, and for the record, Bronny actually and Dalton Connect, the other Laker rookie, both had a really good game yesterday. And Bronny finished with 13 points on 50% shooting. So he's had back-to-back pretty good games. Bronny has. Not the number 2 pick. He's had terrible games. Bronny's actually had back-to-back pretty good shooting games. So I don't think he's a natural, fluid offensive player. I don't think he ever will be great. My take, though, isn't necessarily the shooting. It's that he's a 6'1.5" player who doesn't play point. So if he improves his ball handling and can bring the floor up even occasionally for the Lakers and play excellent defense, he had a couple blocks yesterday, I think Bronny could stick at the end of a bench or, like a 7, 8, 9, 10 player. Not going to get tons of minutes, but a defensive player, if he can bring the ball up the floor, his shooting will get better. It almost always does for young players. Very few guys come out of college as dead-eye shooters. Almost nobody, especially at the NBA three-point range, almost nobody. So, but here's what I will bet. I will not bet on Bronny James winning Rookie of the Year, but I will bet the 2 or 3 players drafted right before him, the 52nd, 53rd, 54th, and the 2 or 3 players drafted after him, the 56th, the 57th, the 58th, will all be inconsequential in 3 years of the NBA. Everybody, you can make money now on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it. And there are a lot of people, that's how they make their money. Grifting, conspiracy theories. They do it on their podcasts. They do it on their platforms. This was never a big deal. In an absolutely dreadful draft, if he's a bottom-of-the-bench rotational player, welcome to the 2024 55th, 56th, 53rd pick in the NBA draft. You know the economy's good when people are flush with money to bet that, J-Mac.